So I'm not a huge fan of wrestling. I know when I was younger I was, but I have to admit I watched the debut of the Wyatt Six the other night, and having been someone that got a lot of advice, had communications with Wyndham, you really get both dichotomies of it, don't you? You get the man you know, and then the character that's so much a part of his mind and soul. And I think last year's really tough. Wyndham, when he passed away, was just a couple days before my birthday, and it kind of put just this bad sort of trance I was in, and I think we all felt that pain. But to know what his family went through, Taylor, Micah, and to see what she wrote, and then see Taylor, and to put it all into the whole totalitarity of it. Anybody that's been through grief, you know exactly what Mika said. You know exactly when you see that introduction of Taylor, even though he's in character, you know in his eyes, just the way he's looking down. It's not the same Uncle Howdy character you had before. It's a very different one. It's a very introspective one. He's got his brother's name on his glove, and on the top of the hat, he got the full circle. You know, so I really watched that, and I gave myself a few days before I'd comment on it, just to look back through some of the puzzles, some of the things that he said, and you can interpret things on so many levels, and that's what his brother always did, and that's what he does. And it's such an amazing tribute to his brother, but not just that. On anybody that's gone through the grief process, and I say that's recording this from the room where my father passed away, and I'm doing this for that reason because it's kind of like, to me, the allegory of the cave of Plato. Uh, that's phenomenal, phenomenal. Very few people know about that. It's philosophy. It's basically the idea of, well, you can look it up. It's pretty complex. I helped decipher pieces of that for them, people that were playing along. But in this aspect, the main aspect, and I think this is exactly what Taylor meant by it, is it's about grief. You're coming out of that cave of grief, and you want that light because you've lost someone very incredibly important to you. That was really cool. But it's not a cool thing to go through, grief. I think we all try to find some way to have some part of that person that we've lost to live on. I think that I've lost many people myself. When someone passes, you you sort of look at life and say, "Wow, I have to go on without this person in it." If it's a sibling, I know that. With my older brother Mark, I know exactly what that's like. Um, it's really impossible to do. So you have to kind of rebuild yourself and come out of that grief process, and nobody can do it for you. I think that's a lot of what that means, and all those aspects of what Wyndham left behind, those characters, those puppets he had, just the art of it. It's very much something that's very cinematography, but it's so much from music too. If you had someone that passed away and you can listen to their song again, or you can sing their song, play it. Um, that's what it's about. And I think in a lot of ways, Taylor wasn't just playing some of Wyndham's best. He was showing that his brother had taught him to really love that and to find it in himself. And like Mika posted, his sister posted, Micah. There's a bond between siblings. There's a spiritual thing, and beat the character being dark, Uncle Howdy. Uh, I was really proud of Taylor. I think that he didn't have to do that. Um, Going through the grief of losing a brother like that, especially someone as famous as that, he could have very easily just walked off into the sunset and said, "Hey, given all I needed to, uh, this is a personal grief." But I think he realized so much of the very speech that Wyndham said when he came back, that all these people believing in him saved his life, made him believe in himself. Now, that was really genuine and real. I think that is exactly the most powerful thing. And I think for Taylor, he also saw that when a lot of people lost Wyndham, whether you knew him as the wrestler, or you knew him as the person, or you just took advice from him like I did for a couple things, just to pick his mind. And he had an amazing mind. I think that is, again, tears here, man, because that touched me so much. It really did. Anybody that's been through loss, you know what he gave us. He just said in a way that grief that everybody felt was something he was helping us walk out of that cave. And it doesn't even have to be like the grief of Wyndham, because when you grieve everybody on your own level. And um, I don't think too, even of people like Jody Gilly that just passed away. That was one of Wyndham's biggest fans. Had that Sister Abby's window thing. And it's been a tough year for all of us there that were and are fans now, and that shared experience so meaningful for all the weight that Taylor put on his back, because right now he's going to be carrying all this stuff to make this work. And even if it does work, and even if it doesn't work, I'm gonna tell you what, it could be the worst booking from here on out. Um, but the level of respect that I think I have for him, and everybody does, that's a fan. I will say that I'm a fan of yours, buddy. Um, Doubt if he'll ever watch us, but the level of respect is a shared respect that you truly honored your brother. Um, so did all these other people too. Uh, that was really beautiful. I can't think of a more beautiful way to honor Wyndham and his amazing mind that worked on so many levels at once. He was a true genius. Um, that could have done it that way. It was beautiful, and I'm looking forward to this.